The Jhft hand function test was designed to provide a short, objective test of hand function for activities of daily living. It has 7 items and takes approximately 15 to 45 minutes to administer. Those 7 items are writing, card turning, small common objects, simulated feeding, checkers, large light objects, and large heavy objects. The tests are performed with the non-dominant hand first, and the results are measured by timing the time taken to complete each task.
Do you require reading glasses?
Nope.
Glasses folder? So you're gonna take this pen, this one here, and then put it in your left hand and arrange it so that everything is comfortable for you to write. Okay? On the other side of this card, there is a sentence. Okay? When I turn the card over and say go, write the sentence as quickly and as clearly as you can using your left hand. Okay? Write, do not print, which means you have to write in cursive. Do you understand?
Yes.
Ready, go. Thank you so much for that. Just give me 1 second. All right, so now repeat the same thing, only this time use your right hand, okay? I've given you a different sentence. Are you ready? Go.
Place your left hand on the table, please. When I say go, use your left hand to turn these cards over as quickly as you can, beginning with this one. You may turn them over in any way that you wish, and they don't have to be in a neat pattern when you finish. Do you understand?
Yes.
Ready? Go. So we're going to do that again, but with your dominant hand. But you're going to start from the opposite end this time.
Okay.
You
This
understand?
end?
Yes.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
All right. Ready, set, go.
If you could please place your left hand on the table. When I say go, use your left hand to pick up these objects one at a time and place them in the can as fast as you can, beginning with this one. Do you understand?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Go. Okay, now for your right hand, do the same thing with your right hand beginning from here. Are you ready?
Yes.
Go.
All right, so take the tablespoon in your left hand, please. Okay. When I say go, use your left hand to pick up the beans one at a time with the teaspoon and place them in the can as fast as you can, beginning with this bean over here, okay?
Okay.
All right, do you understand?
Yes.
Ready, go. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing just with your dominant right hand, okay? So we're going to start with this bean. You're going to try to pick it up with the teaspoon and put it in the can as fast as you can, all right? So go ahead and pick up the teaspoon. Do you understand?
Yes.
Ready? Go.
Okay, can you place your left hand on the table, please? When I say go, use your left hand to stack these checkers on the board in front of you as fast as you can, one on top of the other, like this. All right? Do you understand? Okay. Ready? And go. All right, now we're going to do it again, and you're going to use your dominant hand. So use your right hand. All right. Are you ready? Go. All right, very nice. Place your left hand on the table, please. When I say go, use your left hand to stand these cans on the board in front of you, like this. Okay. And you'll want to begin with this one. Okay. Do you understand? All right. Ready? And go. Please place your right hand on the table. When I say go, use your right hand to stand these cans on the board in front of you. Begin with this one. Okay. Ready? Go. Very nice.
Now do the same thing with these heavier cans. Place your left hand on the table. When I say go, use your left hand to place the cans on top of the board as fast as you can. Begin here. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, ready? Go. Now do the same thing with your right hand, beginning here. Ready? Go.
The normative value chart we used includes ranges for men and women, dominant and non-dominant hands, for ages 20 to 59 and 60 to 94. This chart reflects a range that would be considered within normal for those populations depending on each hand given gender and age differences. These values were calculated based on a trial of 360 individuals in 1969 and is measured in seconds. This chart was used to analyze the data that we collected for our group, which consisted of women between the ages of 20 and 59 years old. Over half of our assessment results fell within our normative ranges, with 4 out of 7 activities falling within normal range for both dominant and non-dominant hands. One activity, checkers, consistently fell below the normative range for both dominant and non-dominant hands. This means our client performed faster than the expected norms for both hands on this activity, and were able to complete the activity more quickly than normal. The simulated feeding activity consistently fell above the normative ranges for both hands, meaning that the client was slower than normal. It is worth noting that they did fall very close to the upper bound of the normative range. The writing assessment was the most varied in results, with the dominant hand falling above the normative range and the non-dominant hand falling below the normative range. Considering the normative ranges, it appears there is usually a much larger difference in the amount of time it takes to complete the assessment, depending on which hand is used. However, in our results, the hands performed only 4 seconds differently from each other. The average difference between the two hands is typically closer to 18.5 seconds. So, while our client's dominant hand was slightly slower than the normative range suggests, the non-dominant hand was significantly faster than the normative range suggests. One potential explanation for this is that the client is more ambidextrous than normal, which would account for the speed of which they accomplished the task effectively. The client also reported a familiarity with cursive, which may account for some of the speed in the non-dominant hand.